Welcome to the Flora Sage Podcast, a place where we help you create a life you're excited about. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so pumped for this week's episode. I think I say that every week, but every week I am so excited. That's why I created a podcast, because I love sharing with you guys things that matter and things that will hopefully help. So, what I'm going to share with you today has been something that since I integrated it into my life, especially into my business, has truly changed everything. It's really been a game changer. So I want you to imagine that you have all these things that you want to do. You've got your regular to-do list and then your silent to-do list. We've talked about this in the past, but for those of you who don't know what it is, a silent to-do list is all those little things that you never put on your to-do list, but you know that you have to do them. So let's just say that you see a basket full of laundry. That is a silent to-do list. Oh, I need to either wash the clothes or I need to put them away. Let's just say that you see a book and you're like, oh, I really want to read that book. It's going to really enhance my business, whatever. You don't put it on your to-do list, but that is something that you know that you want to do. So though you've got all of the to-dos that you actually write on your to-do list, and then you have those silent to-dos. Oh, I need to weed the garden. I need to drop off the dry cleaning. I need to do whatever. So you have all these things, and then you wake up one day and you feel scattered. You're just like, I don't know what to focus on. Maybe it's a weekend. Maybe it's a day off in the middle of the week. Whatever it is. But you have a day where you want to do something, but you have no clue what to do because you feel so scattered. So use this technique anytime you feel scattered, you feel unfocused. Maybe you're sitting at your desk and you're working, or you're trying to work, but again, you just can't seem to focus and you're like, oh my God, are you kidding me? And you try all the things to stay focused and get focused, but nothing works. Stop, put your hand on your heart, take a deep breath, and then ask yourself, at the end of the day, when I lay down to go to bed, what would feel good to have done or gotten done today? What would feel good to have gotten done today? Notice how that feels in your body. Notice that mindset shift that happens when you ask yourself this question. What would feel good to have gotten done today? This is something that I share with my private clients. Oh my gosh, you guys, I share so much with my private clients and I only share such a small amount with you guys, but this is one that has made such a huge difference with myself and in the lives of my clients. So I want you to put this on a sticky note, someplace where you can see it every single day. I have it on my mirror in my bathroom. I have it in my closet where I get dressed. I have it on my computer and I have it on my planner. What would feel good to have done today? That long pause is for a reason. Let that question permeate your soul. When you sit in front of your computer and you have the whole day in front of you, before you do anything, ask yourself that one question. I would consider this a big rock. If you've been in the business community for any period of time, you have heard about the big rocks, the pebbles, the sand, and the water. And those big rocks are those really big things, like though not like big as an enormous, but like those are your priorities. Those are your key things in your life. So think about those big rocks and think about the little rocks. Those little rocks are just those little things, the kind of busy things that you want to do. But those big rocks, typically those are the things that people regret not doing at the end of the day. Or they're like, God, I should have done that. And then you feel like shit. Maybe you judge yourself. We're not going to go there. There was a book that I read years ago called Eat That Frog. I apologize. I can't think of the name of the author. I'll put the link in the show notes for you. Eat That Frog, basically, his whole premise is figure out what your biggest, most impactful thing is for that day and do that first. Then do the easy stuff. Then check your email. Then, email that random person, or then do whatever. But do the biggest thing, the most important thing first, then do everything else. Now, if that's what would feel good at the end of the day, do it. But it might be that thing that you keep putting off. I had a client just recently say, Flora, I keep avoiding doing my inbox zero. I have thousands of emails. I have so many. And it just keeps nagging at me and nagging at me and nagging at me. And I asked her that question. At the end of the day today, what would feel good to have gotten done? And she said, my inbox. And I'm like, okay, so I want you to future trip. I want you to close your eyes and visualize. And I walked her through a beautiful visualization on going through her inbox with ease and grace and excitement. And every single time she hit delete or archive, how good that felt for her. And she's like, oh my God, I'm actually really excited to do this now. What did you do? And she texted me at the end of the day. She's like, Flora, I did it. I literally only have 24 emails in my account. And it's for upcoming meetings. It's for things that I'm still working on. But she's like, this feels so good. And I unsubscribed from so many mailers and so many people that I no longer resonate with, companies that I no longer purchase from. This feels so good. So think about the next time, and I don't even want you to wait till the next time you feel frustrated or scattered. Literally make this a daily habit. Put this on your, whatever, your planner, your computer, whatever it is, even your fridge. What would feel good to have gotten done today? Now, I've heard this question from probably about 8 different sources. So I don't know who first said it. I heard it years ago, but it has always stuck with me. And for those of you who have been following me for a long time, you've never heard me talk about this because, again, there's only certain things that I share with the public. Most of, all the stuff that I know, I share with my private clients. But this is just so good. And I've heard so many people say recently how scattered they feel. And I know this is going to help you feel more focused and feel more aligned. So put this everywhere and ask yourself, this should be your first question. Well, your first question is, what are my daily focuses for today? What are my big rocks? In my planner, I actually have, for my weekly focus, I have my 5 big rocks, 1 per day. What are my 5 big rocks? And I come hell or high water, make sure those get done. Some days I might do 3. I might do 3 of those big rocks. And that's all that I focus on is those most important things. Because I only work 4 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So really ask yourself, what are my big rocks? What are my priorities? You guys have heard me talk about priorities umpteen million times. And then what would feel good to have gotten done today? And the answers might surprise you because when you ask that question, your intuition pops in and connects with your heart space. And you'll feel that shift. You will feel a definite answer. When you look at your to-dos and you think about those silent to-dos, let the answer come. And when you let that answer come, honor the answer. Honor it. Like I said, my client was like, my inbox. When I asked her that question, my inbox. Okay, perfect. She was dreading it. So how do you shift that dread? Use your tools. Motivation is fleeting. Sometimes we have to do things we don't feel like we want to do. But at the end of the day, you would feel disappointed if you don't do it. So start to allow yourself to get into that space of self-discipline. Because if you want things you've never had, you need to do things you've never done before. And some of that might be self-discipline. And making yourself do those things that you know will get you the result that you know you want. We've been talking about this for the last several months. So I hope this message serves you today. I hope that as you go through the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, you try this out for yourself and see how impactful this question is. And every time you look at this question, I want you to hear me saying it to you. I want you to hear it in my voice. Whatever your name is, fill in the blank. What would feel good to have gotten done today? What would feel exciting to have gotten done? Or you can just, stick with the good. What would feel good to have gotten done today? And own it. Hear my voice asking you. And then just imagine yourself laying down, getting ready to go to bed, putting your head on your pillow, reflecting on the day. What would feel good to have gotten done today? And you're laying there and you're like, yes, I did that. I'm so proud of myself. I feel so accomplished. Think about if you did that every day. Some days it might be sending that email, writing that proposal, doing that new sequence for your business. It could be doing a sales page. It could be creating new content. It could be tracking your food and doing intermittent fasting. It could be doing that workout. It could be doing 75 hard. If you guys don't know what it is, Google it. It's awesome. It could be skipping Netflix at night, skipping that extra glass of wine or wine altogether. Remember, all it takes is one tiny shift every single day to create a life that you have always dreamed about. And I promise you, your dream life is so much closer than you think it is. We're going to talk about that in next week's episode. I promise you, you are so much closer than you know you are and that you think you are. If you would like my help and my support in getting that clarity of figuring out how to get from where you are to where you want to be, click the link in the show notes for your 1 degree life assessment or your 1 degree business assessment. I actually have 1 spot available for personal coaching and 1 spot available for business coaching. The personal coaching spot is for 3 months. The business coaching spot is for 6 months. So if you want my help and support and my coaching, click the link in the show notes. Let's talk. Let's make some magic happen. I love you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Also, if you've been loving these episodes, it would mean the world to me if you would rate this podcast on iTunes. A 5-star rating is what I always aim for. Thank you for listening to today's podcast episode. All links mentioned are in today's show notes.